So I came out. Obviously, I'm in the towel. I sit on the couch. We start doing the little baby oil thing, and slowly but surely, at the peripheral, probably about 5 to 10 minutes in, I see him walk out and sit at a table across the room.
Willie D Live.
So this brings us to the moment where you walk in this room, and this woman, she had her face covered the first time you met her, right?
No, she didn't have a face covered. She just had a wig on.
So she had a wig on, but you could tell this is a nice looking woman.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, right.
Forget about it.
At this point, are you counting your lucky stars? Or are you saying, damn, I hit the jackpot on this one?
My man, of course, man. Like, I have been doing this for years, and shoot, we all have our like fantasy best case scenario, you know? Right. So I've had my own thought process of, man, what if I walk into this party and it's just a gorgeous woman and she's all over me, and it's like, this is happening, right? Like, look, man, we live in a time with these apps got filters and stuff like that, and every woman can kind of make themselves look beautiful, you know? But when you see a woman like Miss Ventura in person, she looks flawless, bro. She looks flawless. Like it's stunning, like a glow, like the Chappelle Show orange light glow. It's different. It's a higher level. So me thinking I'm going to a regular party and her opening the door, stunning like this in a bathrobe, which is obvious she's naked under. I'm like, jackpot. Like, this is crazy, you know?
So at what point do you realize that, okay, she's not by herself? It's a dude in here with her, and what the hell is going? What is he looking for? What, you know?
Well, luckily it was explained to me from the inception, right? So she walks me in, and it's a suite. So she walks me into the living room, and I guess wherever Mr. Combs was, he was in the back somewhere. But I'm still thinking I'm gonna dance, right?
He was in the back, oiling down.
Yeah, something, I don't know, right? so once we get in the living room, I think I'm gonna dance. So I asked her about changing, and she immediately explained to me, hey, look, this is a scene we're setting up for my husband, right? She pointed to some couches that were covered in sheets and explained we were gonna sit on those couches, put on baby oil, put it on each other, and create a sexy scene. And eventually he was gonna come in to watch, right? And the instructions was, when he comes in, don't look at him, don't acknowledge him, don't talk to him. I'm supposed to act like he's not even there. Mm-hmm. And before I could even like process it to, am I cool with this? Am I not cool with this? She handed me a stack of money. So I got the stack of my money. I didn't even get to count it. I just went in the bathroom because he said change into underwear or towel, and I counted it. It was $800, and actually I charged him $200. So I was like, yo, $800. Like, let me see how this goes. Let me try to make this work, because I did want to make the money. So I came out. Obviously, I'm in the towel. I sit on the couch. We start doing the little baby oil thing, and slowly but surely, at the peripheral, probably about 5 to 10 minutes in, I see him walk out and sit at a table across the room.
Right. And how, but what's going through your mind though? Like, I know she said he just wants to watch. Are you saying to yourself, yeah, he want to watch, but if that try to run up on me, man, I'm gonna have to.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, like my I was on high alert, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on high alert. But literally, man, this is a big suite, and he was not close, man. He was literally across the room. So it was never like extra high alert, but the oddness of it, which I'm sure everybody heard in the media, when he came out, he was nude, but he had on a burqa, like a veil, right? So he has a veil over his face where you could only see his eyes. And even out the peripheral, it's like, is this dude naked with a veil on his face? So that's weird, right? But I'm trying to be professional, right? I want to make the money, right? And she's obviously gorgeous, right? So I'm kind of in this process of, all right, let me try to be professional, do this to make the money. But then I am having like, yo, this is weird as hell, man, with this guy, you know, with this veil on. And then at times he's masturbating, right? He's walking back and forth masturbating. So it was definitely an uncomfortable situation, but I'm a hustler, man. I'm trying to make that money, you know?
Man, you know, $200 seemed kind of low, man, for a house call. You know, that seemed kind of cheap. I mean, what's the going rate these days?
$250.
$250.
Inflation's been $50 up, bro, from 2012.
Oh, hell no, man. I ain't saying that I'd be a stripper or nothing, but if I was, man, for $200, all you gonna get is a confirmation.
So you got to look at it this way. Right?
I'm not coming out, man, and I'm a two-step. I do a two-step for 300. You know, like
well no, see, you're missing the part though, bro. Strippers get tips, so
that's where the money come in.
Door.
Yeah.
But I'm used to walking in and it's 25 women, 30 women. They giving you at least $10, $20. Now you add in 25 times 20, that's 500 plus my 250 to show up.
Yeah.
Now I'm walking out cool. You know, so that's just to get in the door. But you know, women, they show love, you know.
Yeah, okay. Now that makes more sense. That makes sense. Did anything about Cassie or Diddy's energy surprise you once you got into the room and y'all were in like full motion? You're like, okay, this is what is. Anything unexpected happened? Like, okay, this is a little weird that this dude wants to do it. And was that the first time that you were in a scenario like that where a guy wanted to watch?
Well, it was the second time.
Uh-huh.
I had a scenario like in my years earlier where actually I had met a woman on a trip I was on and ended up sleeping with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, I'm at a party and a dude walked up to me like, hey, you know, you met my wife in St. Martin and slept with her, and she said it was the best sex she ever had. Can I hire you again? And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down, he just approached me like that, man. And straight up and down, said, yo, I'll pay you $500. I wanted to have a good time, and set it up for later that day. And this is like a story from my book, but it ended up getting extra crazy where a couple of my boys was there. He saw them and paid them too, and I couldn't even participate. That's how wild it was, bro. Seriously. I couldn't even participate because it was so out of my comfort zone. And that's when I first learned about what they called cuckolding, right? Because when this all went on, I ended up having a conversation with the husband while the wife was participating with my two homeboys. And I asked him straight up, like he seemed like a fit, in shape, cool dude, you know, a little old at the time. I think he was in his 40s. And I asked him, yo, man, you mind me asking, like, what's this about? And he straight up and down basically said he was having erection issues. If he can't satisfy his wife, and if he sends her out to meet guys on her own, he has to deal with an intimate connection, her falling in love, the guy, why don't you leave him? So he says he sets these up for his wife because at least if he sets up her sexual activity, he can block there being an intimate connection, which could result in her falling in love, him getting a divorce, et cetera, et cetera. So my first experience was with somebody trying to hire me because he couldn't perform. And so when I got into the situation with Mr. Combs and Miss Ventura, I honestly thought it was similar. I thought maybe Mr. Combs had a sexual issue, you know, and he was looking to supplement.